Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. 10 Minutes with Tiffany J features the inside scoop as she juggles the world around her, a 9 to 5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at MissTiffanyJ.com. Now, let's get into the show.
A calloused life? What is a callus? It's a part of the body having an area of hardened skin, such as a calloused palm. What does it mean when someone is calloused? Being hardened and thickened, having calluses or a calloused hand, feeling no emotion, feeling or showing no sympathy for others, hard-hearted, a callous indifference to suffering. The older I get, or you could say the longer I live, the more life I experience. And within that experience, there's been a numerous amount of trials and tribulations, start-overs and retries, successes as well as failures, good times and bad, breakups, deaths, heartaches, moves, disappointments, distance, and anything else that doesn't favor having a good time. When these incidents start to pile up, and happen more frequently, I think to myself, what will it make me in the end? Will I become bitter as some of my counterparts? Will I become overly fake and wear a mask to hide all of my emotions? How do people deal with life and all that it brings? 2020, November 11th, I had my first surgery ever in life over something that I could not control. I remember after I scheduled the surgery, I kept having this punching bag of a self-talk session where I blamed myself for even having the fibroids, which makes no sense whatsoever. For the first time in my life, I had to understand that things just happen that are truly out of your control. It's not what happens to you, but how you handle it. It's something that we hear very often, and it's become more and more real in the latter part of the year as I went through the surgery and the recovery process. 2020 and 2021. You meet people, you open up and extend yourself again on the dating scene, and you learn that you must accept people for who they are in the present, not who you imagine them to be, or who you hope they will be based on their hopes and dreams, or potential you believe that they have. You also must learn to truly love yourself. For the utmost level of care you put on yourself dictates the boundaries that are laid out for someone else. The more you love yourself, the less you'll have to explain because people will see, and it will become very apparent where you stand and where they stand, even if they're allowed to be close to you. When you open up your heart to love and it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean it was your fault. Just like a job you may have just started or been a part of, or a new hobby that you're into. You have the right to survey and evaluate if you should continue the current endeavors. Putting aside your imaginations and working with what you've got, personal and professional, is about accepting the absolute truth of the present moment. Based on history and patterns, you can deduce if you want to continue down a certain path, but you must be honest and base it on the facts. Facts are not your truth as one thing and mine as another, as if what's true for me may not be true for you. I believe absolute truths are true in all circumstances, regardless of the factors. When life happens, does that give me a pass to be shitty? No. When life happens, I'm learning that we must use it as a stepping stone to showcase our resilience, patience, and compassion toward ourselves and each other. I can't tell you how many times I've started something, gotten good footing, and have been pushed back behind the starting line only to try again, of course, with more vigor than ever. What I love about people is how our personalities and idiosyncrasies tell a story about who we are. Something awesome changed in me when I went to Texas for the second time, when I had an opportunity to interview 13 people. I can't explain what it is, but I can tell you that life is about living. That's simply it. It's not about taking what happened to you and speaking death into it. Then you might as well not be here. With energy being transferred and never destroyed, I aim to put my efforts into promoting life. I'm focused on the fruits of the Spirit, Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 through 23. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. When you have a wound and it heals completely, that area of skin is thicker and tougher than it once was. I believe my heart is being calloused, meaning the scars of the past are where my heart is the toughest. Truly being healed from those traumas gives me the freedom to discover and explore life, guilt-free, fearless, and open-minded. I'm not fully healed from everything, but I can rest and be confident in the fact that the longer I live, the more whole I'll become. I know a similar pain may be up ahead, but wisdom tells me that I've been here before, and experience guides me on the best route to take. Life isn't about avoiding hurt or pain. No, it's about embracing every moment as a result of the human experience. Tomorrow, I put my beloved baby Coco to sleep. January 20th, 2022 at 11 a.m. I called this morning and scheduled it. It's time. One thing I learned during my recovery period from my surgery is knowing when it's time. One thing I learned from my breakup is to not prolong what you know you should do. One thing I learned about living is there will always be an opportunity. As long as you keep breathing, you will love again. I'm going to miss you, Coco. I've sat numerous nights curled up with you in a pretzel trying to make you comfortable so that you can simply breathe and go to sleep and rest. I've stared into your eyes, seeing the depths of your spirit. You will live on. I know this because you don't want to die and you don't want to leave me, but I've got to let you go to sleep now. 12 years ago, when you were 2 months old, I made the best decision to pick you from your sisters. The 3 of you were in the kennel and I chose you and you chose me. You trusted me and continue to trust me even now, communicating with every look, grunt, bark for a simple, I want to pee, poop, or get me situated. The love between a human and their pet is like none other. My last act of devotion to you is to let you sleep. You will never be forgotten, and you have taught me so much. Thank you, Coco. Did you hear me, Coco? Can you guys hear her breathe? We're sitting right here next to each other. These are my last few moments. Okay? All right? Right now, she's laying on the bed. Had a really difficult time. Sometimes we lay down. She's got fluid in her lungs. Her legs are swelling up now. It don't look good, guys. So I don't want her going out, falling all over herself. This is just so you could hear her breathe. That's all. These are the last moments. And when I replay this, years to come, I just want to be able to hear her breathe and know that she was here, you know? All right. Thank you guys for listening. And it's not about being bitter, but what I meant about having a calloused life is there are areas where you will be tough, but not bitter, and you'll be stronger. And so when you see, like if, when I decide to get another pet, I know that I've been through this before and I can go through the process like better, This is like my 3rd time putting an animal down, but this is the first time I've had her since like birth. When I choose to love again, I know, what the goods and bads will be, the circumstances, the consequences, all of that stuff. But I also know the consequence of not doing something that you should do, not speaking up, stuff like that. So I was serious about when I said wisdom will tell me, it's cool, you've been here before. You don't have to be afraid of it. That's the being open-minded and fearless and guilt-free. Don't worry about what happened in the past. None of that stuff was your fault. You lived, you did the best that you could do, you know? But then your experience will guide you and say, okay, last time you did this and you could possibly do this, but based on, let's say, the fruits of the Spirit, are we promoting life? And how can we do that going forward instead of promoting death? There's been so much going on in these last 2 years, you guys, as far as with the pandemic and in life. And I just know I want to live. That's basically it. I want to live. And as long as I do live, I will promote happiness, positivity, those fruits of the Spirit, my God, and, life. Love you all. Thank you for listening. And it's been a pleasure.
Say what you want, make you work for it. Work for it. Work for it. That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise and their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner, who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip, Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week because last week was lit.
Amazing. So if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to
purplecharlotte.com.
Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you can't make it, it's all right because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there. Okay. We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Uh.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.